It's day 39 and we are going to work on this wildflower garden here in the front yard and also beds out in the flower field. We rented this dingo for, I think it was about $240, and it would have just been for 24 hours, but the business is closed on Sunday, so if you rent on Saturday, you get it Saturday and Sunday. As I'm doing this voiceover, it is Monday, and we have just turned the dingo back in. So this work that you'll see in this video was done over the weekend. And the way I prepped this bed has been shown in some of the shorts that I've done. I bought an edging, 2-inch high edging, really simple. It goes in the ground with some plastic nails and it's super flexible. They have like 5-inch edging, which would probably be better for if you were planting larger plants. My situation is I have hard pan, so I really just need an opportunity for the plants to get their roots started in some topsoil, and then they're pretty good. I think we have maybe 2 inches of topsoil here on our front yard, so hopefully the wildflowers will get started and be able to push through that cardboard by the time they're ready to do that and start fixing the soil underneath. That is part of the issue. I think that this took 5 or 6 loads. The dirt was completely on the other side of the property, so I spent a lot of time standing around waiting for the next load, but my job was to rake it out flat. And I don't know, I bought this from a local place, and it's called compost mix. So it's supposed to be half topsoil and half compost. They do have a garden mix in which they put sand in it, and I had used that before and really, really hated it. The water ran through way too fast. So this looks nice and loamy. I planted some plants in it in the small planters in the front of the house, and those plants are not thriving. So I'm not sure what needs to be added. I think maybe I'm going to grab some bags of potting soil for the front planters. Here are some beds I have laid out for the flower farm. You can see that we've mowed in a circle around the fire pit. This was Saturday night. Eric was using the dingo to place dirt. Our beds are going to be 2 feet across. The paper is 3 feet across, so that should give us a little bit of a barrier to keep the weeds down and out of the beds, hopefully. These beds won't be planted. Well, I was going to say they won't be planted till spring, but I'm thinking about putting something out there, see what happens. Our frost is coming up. Here's Jill mowing for the dahlia field. And the sun is setting, so it's getting a little dark. But we had to go slow because the grass is very high. So she did a good job, cleaned up that area. While Eric and I just worked on getting beds out. We were just churning it out, bed after bed. So I'd put a paper down, he'd put the dirt down. I'd put another paper down, he'd put the dirt down. The dingo's too big for the walkways, so any sort of amending we need to do later on will have to be done either by wheelbarrow or wagon or yard cart or whatever. And this was the next day. There's the moon in the western sky. And here we go. Getting started again. on Sunday. There's the 3 we did on Saturday. And we got up, I don't know, around 7 o'clock, worked till probably 10, and then it just got too hot. But we did that we did a little bit Friday night, which you saw, and then all of this next day, this would be Saturday. The walkways between the beds are 4 feet, and the beds are situated in groups of 3, but they're placed kind of willy-nilly. I just want it to be visually interesting and make people feel like they want to wander through and not be strict and not feel like it's one big row that maybe they need to hurry down. Or I also like the idea of not being able to see everything in the field. You have to walk around. So this is the front bed in the front yard with the wildflowers. I put some potting soil on top that we just had laying around. I'm hoping that'll help the wildflowers to grab. They will probably be fine, honestly. The mix I got was from Eden Brothers, and it's specific for the Midwest. So I imagine these seeds will grow in almost any soil condition, but I thought we'd make it a little sweeter. So here I am. The bag I have in my hand is supposed to cover an acre, I think. So I was trying to spread them really light, and you can't even tell. The amount that I took out of this bag was just, I don't know, maybe half a cup. It was just a tiny amount that I'm spreading all over. And then I put straw over the top so that the seeds wouldn't blow away and birds wouldn't eat them. That was our sunset on Saturday. Tell you what, I don't know why it took so long to move out to the country.